Hi, it's Doreen, and this is your weekly Oracle card reading for May 9th through 15th. I'm here with Miss Precious. We're in the middle of moving, and so it won't be long where you're going to see a whole different background. Michael and I and the 33 animals. We wish we had Noah's Ark about now, but it's a process. We've got lots of help, lots of angels, God's prayers, your prayers, and so we're making the move, and as soon as we get settled in, I promise I'll get back to the daily meditation videos that so many of you are asking for. I love making those videos. We just need to get settled in again because each video takes several hours to make, so thanks for your patience with that. And of course, today we're going to work with the Archangel Raphael Healing Oracle cards. I don't work with this deck much for the weekly readings because it's a deck specifically invoked for healing, but they've shown me that we need to do a lot of healing work for perhaps you, your loved ones, and the world. So Archangel Raphael's name means God heals. He is the angel who works with Jesus and other healing angels and saints to bring about physical and emotional healing. He's very gentle. It's a very subtle energy. And I've been, over the years, privy to miracle healings that have happened instantaneously with Archangel Raphael. Just like the other angels, we don't worship him. He's a gift to us from God, and we utilize the gifts that God has given us. And also we remember that no matter what, you don't have to worry about bothering the angels, because just like God, they're energy. They don't have bodies that could get tired or that can't bilocate. The angels can be everywhere. They're holographic, and they have no egos. They never get annoyed. That would be a deceased loved one that would get annoyed, or a fallen angel couldn't be with everyone. You wouldn't want them to be. But God's angels can be with us all and are with us all as long as we ask for their help and then accept their help as it comes. So, Precious, you want to help me? Oh, you're so good. All right, so I've got the cards right here. Dear God, dear higher self, Holy Spirit, dear Jesus, please show us what we need to know for this coming week and how we can bring blessings to the whole world and also to our own lives. As I'm shuffling these cards, I'm holding the intention of getting a message for you. And as you watch these cards, pay attention to your own intuition, your own thoughts, because they can be a real important part of this reading as well. And that way it's personalized to you. And what I do is, as I pray, I look for cards like this one that's popping up. That'll be for Monday and Tuesday. Then I put them back together and shuffle again with prayer. And nope, that one doesn't want to come. It's a patience process. You could just take the one from the top, but I really like this one of just seeing which one wants to reveal itself. And that's the method that I've always preferred. So I appreciate your patience during the shuffling process. This one wants to come up for the weekend. Oops, 2 came up. Woo! We'll see what happens there. All right. Let's take a look at Monday, Tuesday. Monday, Tuesday meditation comes up. Now, the cards can't magically change to be very specific to everyone's needs, but what they can be is a jumping off point, a springboard, a litmus, a catalyst even for the message that wants to come through. So what you do is you notice the first thing that comes to mind that you notice when the card comes up. And the first thing I see is I see Mother Mary above this person who's meditating, and I see the positive healing energy. Mother Mary's watching over the whole world. It feels like there might be some fear in the world starting out in the week. I'm not trying to bring up fear, but Mother Mary is just the most nurturing mother of our whole planet, and she's non-denominational, just like the angels. She's ascended from her body, and she doesn't worry about who to be with. There's no tiring ego, any worry about bothering her. Let's just let all those ego fears go and just focus on God's pure love, which is unlimited, and the extensions of God are unlimited. So they show me that meditation helps you to get in touch with feeling safe. So as you start off the week, there might be some rumblings of insecurity from your ego. Remember, the ego always tries to pull us off our path. doesn't want us to teach about love or be the role model of love or do healing work or artistry. Ego really wants to rule the world with fears and doubts and control. And we just don't have the time or luxury to dabble around in fear energy. If you've been watching my daily cards that I post on Instagram and Facebook, Tumblr, and Twitter, you know that Archangel Michael's been going through and really being very, very clear and strong and almost confrontive that quit messing around with low self-esteem. You don't have time for it. That's not why you came to Earth. And so this message is continuing to come through as we start the week to get onto our path. Now, don't worry about what specific job that means or what specific steps. Really, your job is to exude this love. And so what they're showing me is that this picture is really receiving divine love, which is already inside of you, and then sending out the love to anyone or anything you're worried about. Instead of worrying, pray about it. So if there's some news article that worries you, or someone that you love that you're worried about yourself, or something like money or something, just bring in the divine energy that's within you and all around you. And just like this beautiful picture, be a conduit. Because you are a healer, darling. God made you a healer because God's a healer and you're made in God's image and likeness. So the week starts off powerfully with a divine assignment to turn any fears around into faith. Now let's go to the middle of the week. Got a theme here. Give us your cares. Now this is a card usually having to do with the elderly, elder care, geriatrics. So that might be a specific message for you. It has to do with, again, this theme of don't worry about it, because worry seems like a sign of caring, but really it's a rumination of ego fear energy. It does nothing to help. And in fact, it can make things worse, because worry is in itself a form of prayer and manifestation that can call to you more negativity. The energy right now is so double-edged. We've still got the Mercury retrograde going on. Don't let that drive you crazy if your computer or electronic devices suddenly don't work. It's part of the purging process. Perhaps it's time to walk away from the electronics for a moment and go outside in nature if you can, or go pray and meditate. The other double edge of the energy right now is that you can manifest like that, beyond instant manifestation right now. It's so quick. The energy gateways are wide open, waiting for you, like a waiter or waitress at a restaurant saying, okay, I'm ready to take your order. What do you want? So it's really important that we stay clear, focused, as high vibrating as possible by giving your cares to God. Giving your cares. In fact, let's do that right now. Just gather up anything you're worried about. Healing doesn't mean covering over worry with pretending, oh, everything's fine. The fake smile and the positive affirmations. The affirmations really work. But first you've got to acknowledge what's there. If you've got a fear, acknowledge it. Dear God, I'm worried and afraid about this. And you can pause this video if you want, just to really do an inventory. Dear God, dear angels, I'm worried and I'm afraid about this. And then once you admit the truth to yourself, then it can be let go. So, on the exhale, let's give it to God. Let's give it to the angels. Beautiful. Oh, I see Archangel Michael just showed up. I know it's Raphael's reading this week, but they're best friends, and he's here with his sword of light. Just like Raphael, Michael is unlimited, no ego, never gets tired. Don't worry about that. That's a human belief. But he's unlimited. He's here with his sword of light for you and everyone watching this. And he says he's ready to cut your cords to fear if you'll just breathe and let him. Beautiful. Yay. And he's going to continue doing that. I'm getting a message for you to drink more water as a way to let go. All right, let's take a look at the weekend and the two cards that came up. I love this. You can't make this stuff up. Prayer works. What you just prayed for comes about. But it comes about in different ways than you might expect. I have a little story from yesterday I want to relay to you, that I was going to feed the animals, the chickens and the goats and the horses, and I was walking past a place where I'd seen some wasps before, some hornets. And so I started praying for protection. I started praying as I was walking, God, Holy Spirit, Jesus, please protect me. And I went down and fed them, but on the way back up, a whole swarm of the hornets and wasps started to go around me. And I completely called out to God. I said, God, Holy Spirit, Jesus, protect me. I got stung. And as I went back up to the house, I was confused because usually when you pray like this, nothing happens to you. And so as I tuned in, two things they gave me a message about. One was I knew there was wasp there. And when I talked with Michael about this later, he said, well, you can't just jump off a cliff and say, God, please protect me. If you know there's danger, don't go into it. But then what happened next was the real beautiful, miraculous part of all this is that even though I got bit in several places, nothing happened. No swelling, no pain at all, nothing. That was the protection, they said, that protection can happen. Healing and blessings can happen in ways you don't expect. So prayer works. It just often works in ways that are different than what our focus is. So be open-minded about how your prayer is going to work. And please, if you get any guidance to take healthy action, positive action, you've got to take it. If they tell you to change your diet, your sleeping habits, who you hang out with, where you live, anything, detox, go to a different healer or physician, whatever they tell you, you'll get repetitive, positive messages. We've got to do it because it's not like God is Santa Claus who's going to drop everything down your chimney for you. It doesn't work that way. It's a partnership with God once we're in physical body. And we've got to listen and we've got to enact the messages that we get. If you're not sure how to hear the voice of God, there's lots of my videos on YouTube that you can listen to that really walk you through this process. Or, of course, I've got a book called How to Hear Your Angels that walks you through this. And so you can do this. Every one of us hears God and our angels. It's a lot of times that doubt that comes in. And that's often because of the ego, because the bigger your life purpose, the louder your ego will be. I know I'm being really talkative today. I've missed you. The second card that came up for the weekend is recovery. Now, recovery, it has a couple meanings. One is, yay, it's a healing. You had it done. Yay. Your blessing came. You accepted it. You enacted the guidance, and everything is well. Recovery also, second meaning, has to do with abstinence and detoxification. When you're in the program, like I am, where you don't drink, there's programs for staying away from drugs and smoking and you name it. There's any kind of addiction that distracts you or is unhealthy. There's programs for, and we call it being in recovery. My good friend Bridget Parvin and I are writing a book on this called How to Get Your Life Back, and she's got a Facebook page that I'll put the link up on, where you can go there and connect with her about how to recover from addictions. So it's a powerful week. Your prayers are needed right now. So keep up the good work. And please watch out for the ego that wants to tell you, who, me? I'm insignificant. I'm small. I don't make a difference. That's the ego's voice. Let's stop listening to it. We don't have time to mess around with that humbleness, which is really attacking the image and likeness that God made of you. You are magnificent. You are powerful. You are filled with all the healing energy of the universe. You are creative. You're focused. You're intelligent. You are loved and lovable. And darling, there's nothing blocked in you. There's nothing that's against you. Everything is supporting you on your path, as long as you are willing to stay focused on love. Right, Precious? Aww. You want to give everyone a kiss, Precious? She says she will give you the energy of a kiss. I'm sending you so much love. Remember that the Fairyologist course, because of my blooper that I did, where I said the wrong date, but there's no such thing as wrong or a mistake, the discount on the Fairyologist course continues to May 22nd, so there's still time to join and be a part of our private Facebook group where we post pictures of fairies and fairy gardens and talk about fairies and give fairy readings to each other and enjoy nature. Lots of love, darling. And won't you please say it with me? Aloha. Have a beautiful prayer-filled week, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Right, Precious? Oh, you're so good. You're so full of love.
Congratulations to all the new fairyologists. Me and my fairy friends look forward to connecting with you later.